here she is, guys, the Erich Loewenhardt. This is the Tier 6 Premium German aircraft carrier. And I tell you what, I really do like how she looks. The black camouflages really kind of shimmer with the special lights, and remind me, guys, later to check out some of the other black ships, like the Massachusetts black and the Graf Zeppelin black with this port, because I think it'll look dead sexy. So the interesting thing about her is that she plays differently from from all the other German carriers. One of the main things that's different about her is her aircraft loadout. Oh, I'm ready in the division. I have to unready. So her aircraft loadout, she's got attack aircraft. Now, just like the German carrier line, she's got AP rockets. She has torpedo bombers. However, unlike the rest of the carrier line, these torpedo bombers have very slow launch torpedoes. And then the bombers themselves, unlike all of the other German aircraft carriers, they have HE bombs, so they can light fires and stuff like that. And that's right, Faded, she does have the Stuka bombers. Now, I've been told, I believe that there's supposed to be a siren, because the Stukas were very famous for having that siren on the aircraft itself. I've been told that that's going to be coming soon.tm, but we'll see. All important horn. No horn? Wow, that's interesting. I thought it had a horn. Huh. I'm hitting the horn key. Maybe the horn's disabled in port. That's weird. I could have sworn I've played it before. Whatever. Joke's on me. So some of the important things that are different too, besides the aircraft themselves, is what they come with. So the aircraft here, these have the AP rockets that do 2350 damage. If we switch over to the other Tier 6 carrier, the Vesser, you can see there it doesn't do quite as much damage per hit. That's because the Loewenhardt uses the same rockets as the Parseval, so it's the Tier 8 attack aircraft rockets in the Tier 6. Totally balanced. Totally balanced. This just in, no horn, the ship sucks. That's right, Deadliest. That's exactly right. So let's go through a little bit about the equipment, how I set her up. Most of this is pretty standard shtick. One thing that I've done though is I did go ahead and upgrade the aerial torpedo speed to try to make the torpedoes a little bit faster. If you take a look, where's the torpedo speed? 39 knots. 39 knots, and that's with a captain that has torpedo acceleration and the extra 5% boost. So if I were to send this captain to the reserve, and if I were to, I don't know, let's just spec for secondaries instead. You can see here the torpedo speed of 32 knots. Ships will outrun your torpedoes. So typically I like to run the torpedo acceleration skill and this to get that up to 39. Now I should probably say that you could also run a secondary, like a complete secondary mean build if you wanted to. 6.3 kilometers right now. Throw a captain on that's got the AFT, and it goes out a little bit farther. Let me pop that in for you and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Where's secondaries? Here we go. 7.6, which at Tier 6 is kind of nice, but it's definitely not gonna win like all of your battles for you, and that's why I feel like the torpedo speed here is the better pick. But you're more than welcome to play around with that if you'd like. And yeah, you were dodging the torpedoes earlier in a Mutsu Striker. Thank you. See, that's the exact kind of feedback that really helps us talk about the characteristics of the ship. You've got a few choices here in the 4th slots. I went for the bomber modification here. And I went for the bomber modification. You'll note that there's no heal for these aircraft. And I find that having that extra hit points for your bombers is key, because the bombers are the high altitude types. They'll take a lot of damage, and you want to be able to loiter over destroyers, because your HE bombers are going to be your anti-destroyer bombs. So keep that in mind. Again, torpedo speed here. Did I? Oh, I put the wrong guy back here. No. You get on here. Okay. So anyway, torpedo speed at 39 knots does make it a little bit more useful, but you're going to have to get in the habit of dropping really far in advance, even for battleships. And this is something that will take a while to acclimate to. Secondaries I talked about before. In my current arrangement, 6.3 kilometer. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. But if you're in a situation where you need to use your secondaries, I don't know. I just kind of feel like you screwed up, or your team screwed up, or both. Armor layout wise, 19 millimeter, 20 millimeter. And then it's got this decent armor belt of 80 to 100 millimeters of armor. There you go. I mean, it's an aircraft carrier. You shoot it and it pops. I don't know what else to say. All right, so yes, the torpedo damage is also quite low. That's a very good point too. Thank you, Striker, for pointing that out. If you look at the torpedo damage, it's 4,200. Now compare that to, let's say, your standard Graf Zeppelin. Your torpedo damage is 5,333. So even the Graf Zeppelin has higher torpedo damage. And Cthulhu, yes, that's correct. My secondaries at 6.3 kilometers will outrange Russian destroyer torpedoes, most of them at least. Except for when you get to Tier 8 and Leningrad. It won't outrange the Tier 5 Russian destroyer either, the Gremieshi. So, okay, if anybody wants to jump in for Tier 6 randoms, I think we're about ready to go. If there's any other questions you guys have, please post them in chat. I'm very happy to respond to those. While we're waiting on that, I can show you guys the signals that I've thrown on the ship. It's, your typical stuff. Keep in mind, your carrier can never detonate. So yeah, just all your usual stuffs. Nothing too special. Puddin', are you ready to go, sir? Game has, there we go. The game stopped responding for a sec, had to pop in there. Okay, last chance if anybody wants to jump in. Gremmy is a rare beast indeed, yes. Okay, now, everybody, do me a favor and just start thinking top tier, top tier, top tier, top tier. Not the YouTuber, but top tier is in matchmaking. Let's see if we can make that happen, because you know what's going to happen, right? Typically, you go into a Tier 8 game. Right, Puddin'?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just make sure you're back from getting your coffee before we start. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Look at all those battleships, cruisers, and carriers in queue. Not that many destroyers. Now you can obtain the ship, the Erich Loewenhardt, from the armory. You can buy it outright for doubloons. I believe it's also on the premium shop. And you can also get it through a container, can't you?
You are correct on all 3 accounts.
Yeah. Oh, Puddin'.
What?
I just read your reply on the forum.
Somebody's gotta cover your
Look, guys, it worked! It freaking worked! Oh my god. Here we go. Top tier. Now, you guys have been following me for a long time. You know that usually I get stuck by being like bottom tier into like tier 8 games or tier 10 games. So this is exciting. Aha! That's why we weren't hearing anything.
What?
Oh, I still had the game set to my my receiver audio. Derp. Yeah, Eric got my Graf Zeppelin Black Cap. I think it was. I thought it would be kind of funny. He's actually my my Parseval captain. Now you could make the argument for demolition experts since you're looking at HE dive bombers, but you know it's not exactly necessary. I didn't find any destroyers on my initial run, and I don't want to just kind of loiter around the battlefield. So let's go ahead and drop on the Dunkirk.
Rude.
Very rude. Very rude. And this gives me a chance to throw down a plane here. And I like to do that because it forces the enemy to just stay perma-spotted. And it kind of gives us a little bit of an advantage of knowing what the enemy team is doing. I especially like to do this in the higher tier games because at the higher tiers you get battleships that might have the ability to actually snipe at carriers. So keeping those ships spotted early could translate into some good earnings for your team. Now look at that tight bomb reticule. 2 hits, started a fire. Not bad, not bad. I see a guppy over there. And a Mastacholi. I'd love to try to hit the Mastacholi with rockets, so let's try that out. Yashin on the way? I don't know. Don't worry. It's all good. Zath with the top spotting tricks. Well, I'd like to try to give you guys some suggestions as well for team play, because we all know that carriers are about team play. But for me, you know, I like to play my carriers in a certain way, and they might not be considered the best, most optimal ways of doing so. Alright, Mastacholi is kind of stopping and going bow on. Now the island here is kind of messing with my approach. I'm forced to kind of loop around the island here, so I don't know if I'm going to hit him with a citadel. Oh, I did. 3 citadels, for that matter. Nice, nice.
Why not 6?
I don't know. And I forced the Mastacholi to make Inky. Good. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can't finish off the guppy. Maybe too far behind. Yeah, a little bit too far behind. 3 ricochets and 1 hit as the Furutaka goes down to a devastating strike from the guppy. Oof. But the guppy goes down. Alright. Torpedo time. Yeah, the damage themselves from the HE bombers is pretty good. And another devastating strike. Wow. Okay. But I have a feeling that we're going to need to switch back to the other flank quite soon. Alright, Ryujo's going to attack the Congo. If we're lucky, we'll start a fire on him. Puddin', can you let me know if he starts a flood or whatever? Looks like did not. Oh, nice kill, dude. Wow.
I missed if there was a fire. I was too busy trying to kill.
Puddin' with that amazing flex with the French battleship's outstanding AP penetration. Alright, now watch this, guys. I'm going to drop my torpedoes. And it's kind of like the old concept of World War II fighter pilots. Is like the enemy has to like sail into your ordnance. Like you have to think about it that way. You can't think of like I'm gonna drop on them directly.
Apparently, we have 2 CVs and 2 idiots.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. A little bit of salt and chat. Okay, here we go. And I got a hit. No flood though. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna move my ship closer to the action. Let's put you over here. All the best. That is the community right here in chat for you. Hi, Eisenhower's. Sanctus! What's up, Sanctus? We're doing our Erich Loewenhardt review. You are welcome to ask questions, comment on what you're seeing, all that good stuff. As you know my style, I like to just take us into a game after we talk a little bit about the characteristics of the ship. Not gonna be able to get another strike off. That's okay. Dunkirk time, I think. Too much anti-air over there. Hey, Duckman. Yeah, in general, the Germans. See, I always say that the German planes need turtleback armor, just like the German ships have turtleback armor, and then we'd be okay. I need to get my planes into the match quicker. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and try to hit the Ishmael. See if we can convert that to a kill. Probably not. Probably. Haha! This is just a luck chuck dumping of the Torp. Mutsuki still has not been seen. Hey, I actually hit him.
Did you get a flood?
Yes, I did. I got a flood on the Königsberg.
I got a fire on that Devonshire.
Cool. Mutsuki is still in the same spot he was last spotted. That's interesting. I thought he might have pushed up a little bit. Oh, no, he's got the Queen Elizabeth. He can farm there with his torps. Okay. Alright, well, let's see if I can't get some assistance over to that to kill that Mutsuki. Start with a bombing of the Dunkirk. Here we go. Nah, he's too far back. I'm not going to be able to do anything to him right now. See if I can get a fire going on the Dunkirk. And drop there. Nice. Alright. Queen Elizabeth is charging. Do you need some air cover?
Yeah, considering I'm trying to help you on the Hawk helicarrier.
I'll go ahead. You know what I'll do is I'll help you kill them too. Let's go deal with them. I didn't realize they were both together. Good. Dunkirk's dead. Alright. There you go, sir. Your umbrella has arrived.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Look, guys, teamwork. Oh, I would have hit him too. Oh well. That's okay. So now we're going to go ahead and let's move our carriers up even farther. Why not? Next air umbrella is coming out over you in a sec.
I have mine back.
Well, you're getting it anyways.
Fine.
There you go. Notice in chat where I put the plane, I always like to put it in front of where I expect the ship to go. The idea being then he goes into it. If you drop it directly on the ship, by the time the catapult planes or the summon fighters, whatever, react, then they're already out of effective air cover. Oh, 10k, 2 citadels. That's gotta leave a mark. Hey, Koenigsberg, would you like some Tier 8 AP rockets? Yes, you would. All right. Look at that. Somehow their Ryujo is going right through both of our planes. That's all right. Here you go. Have another one. Welcome back, Alec. All right, here we go. HE bombers on the Mutsuki. You have to anticipate the turn. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Ah, there he is. Good, and he's stopping. That makes it even easier for me to hit him. Or just drop all around him because of RNG. Good times, good times, good times.
I'll just do it myself.
So yeah, it's really good at hitting destroyers, you know. I love how we're having a party in the enemy cap too. That's always nice. More AP rockets. Because it's fun. Early game.
Still no luck.
Rating is exactly right. Early game, it's all about saving your aircraft so that you can do good things later. I want to see what this Devonshire is going to do.
Heat a fire, lose some AA.
Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. And totally not take any of my rockets, apparently. Well, in anticipation of you saying that you're going to finish what I started, I'm going to go off to the Ryujo. Hey! It's almost like we've played so much together that we kind of know what to expect from each other, right?
Yep.
Look at that, 10k damage, 4 citadels on the Ryujo. Hey, Glacial. GG indeed. I'll crap out another fighter just because I can. And that's game. So, top tiers is something. Bottom tier could be a different story. Do I recommend her? I would say yes and no. Yes if you're a collector. Yes if you like something that plays different from all the other ships that you're used to. No if you're looking. I mean, you can play the same kind of captain you would put on a German carrier and do okay with it. That's what I ended up doing. but it doesn't help you practice the kind of skills you need for the German carrier line other than the AP rockets. Would she be competitive in clan battles? Last night was the first time we saw any in clan battles. Puddin', did you see any? Did you play at all?
I didn't play.
I know Kraken encountered them in a couple of cases, and a couple of times they seemed to do good damage, but ultimately it didn't seem to replace the Ryujo as the top carrier pick for clan battles. You can see what I was able to accomplish here. I'm distorted? What, really? Okay.